5 ways to tell that she likes you. Sometimes you'll be able to tell right away that she likes you. Other times you won't know at all and you'll be really confused, and it can often leave you in a place of, what the heck do I do? I would not steer you wrong. I am a girl. I'm on your side. I know how we're wired.
So, do you think you're going to be able to tell what she says is true or not? Like 5 signs that a woman likes you?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. All right, so this is your video, so we're going to see what she has to say and see what you have to say.
If she's doing these 5 things, you are on the road to success. So number 1 on my list is she texts you or she talks to you a lot. So this one seems really obvious, but a lot of guys get confused here. Are you the one that's always reaching out to her? Does she only reply to you for a couple messages and you're constantly reaching out to her first and she never reaches out to you first? If so, that means she probably doesn't like you.
Is that true?
I mean, it's not always, I don't think. I think if somebody likes you, then yeah, they would reach out to you. But I mean, not everybody has time. I mean, some people are just super busy during the day.
Yeah, but what about this whole game thing? Because back in the day, I would say it's like the first person who reaches out, you look more desperate, or and so you would play this like almost like this cat and mouse game. I think people would play, and so women were like, I'm not gonna call him right away because I'm
I don't know.
I don't know, but so is that a valid thing? I don't know. That could be.
I think so. I mean, I know that like in the past, I've reached out to people who I've liked, but I would expect a reply all the time. And I mean, if I was constantly reaching out to somebody and they weren't replying, then I would quickly not like them anymore and move on. I'm desperate.
So does it matter who's the first person to reach out then?
I don't think it does. Because I think that if a guy takes time to reach out to you, then that shows that he's thinking about you and he likes you too.
Okay. All right. Well, if he writes this long, in-depth paragraph when he reaches out the first time, though. That a little too much.
Depending on what it says. I mean.
Yeah, I guess so. It depends on what it says. Yeah. Okay. All right.
But if she's sending you texts first, asking you if you have plans, asking you to hang out, making plans with you, I know some girls are a little bit more upfront and bold than other girls, and a lot of girls are worried about playing the game and trying to look like they don't like you, when really they're sitting in their bedroom with their friends talking about you, hoping and praying that you text her. So this can be kind of confusing, but...
So is it true?
I mean, I think when you're younger, maybe.
Yeah. That sounds like a younger female thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would the age be below what? The age is...
I mean, I would say, unless things have changed, I would say even like early high school, late, like 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th grade. I feel like once you get, your last year or 2 of high school, I wanted something or I was interested in something, I just went for it.
Yeah, I would say in college, I didn't see that game being played as much in college either.
Because you used to, like, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, people hit you up, it's like, hey, you going to this party? I mean, that was or you would see somebody in class. And, I think it was subtle sometimes.
Yeah.
So. I think it was more subtle.
Slick, like you just,
Yeah, it's like, hey, you going to this party? Like you would see, somebody in class and be like, hey, you going to, social tonight or whatever, and that was their signs like, hey, am I gonna see you there? And so I think that you would probably need to pick up on some of the signs, but I think if I feel that if a girl is actually talking to you, so if we pass and you take the time as a female to stop and talk to me,
right,
there is some interest.
Yes.
At that age, younger age.
Yes.
This one kind of goes along with number 1, but this one is making plans with you and is not wishy-washy. So she's making plans and following through with them. You guys are hanging out, you guys are having a great time. As a girl, I can say, unless you're my very close guy friend, I will not just hang out with you to hang out with you. I'm only hanging out with you if I really like you and enjoy your company.
So what is this thing when I guess guys get friend zoned? And so could a girl be hanging out with a guy because she has friend zoned him and he doesn't know that he has been friend zoned?
I think for a guy to not know that, he's probably not really in touch with. He's not really good at picking up on. I think if you moved out of the friend zone and then you got put back in the friend zone, I think that you should be able to tell.
I don't know how many guys have ever been in the friend zone, moved out of the friend zone, then back in the friend zone. I almost feel like that once you're in the friend zone with a female, that's like the kiss of death.
Like you could be friends in a group, like a group, and you guys could all be friends, and then something could start between the two of you, and the female or either one could realize like, oh, I kind of think we were better as friends, and just kind of back off a little bit or a lot.
So that type of friends, but not just a one-on-one friend zone, not just where one-on-one started out as friends. Well, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. The people that I know are kind of forward and would say something.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing.
Or just would be the opposite and just ghost them and just not.
Yeah.
Skip right over the friend zone and just go back.
But I can say I can say in college I did have some females that I was really truly just friends with. But I knew we were just friends. Like I knew it was like, you know, we were friends. It was almost like they were my sister.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody knows when you're just friends, but if it goes further, but then one party wants to take it back to.
I'm gonna tell you how you know that you're in the friend zone is that when just like there was one girl in particular, and here's the thing, she was a nice looking girl, but we just I don't even know. Actually, I remember how we started talking. We started talking because we had a mutual interest in a class, and so it started off that way. But then when she asked me about one of the guys I knew that played football, at that point in time, friend zone.
Yeah. Well, I was going to kind of say that too when you were saying, you know, does she text you a lot and want to know, you know, what your plans are and this and that. And she said if she does, she has interest in you. Not necessarily. She can have interest in your close friends. Yeah. Yes, also.
Yeah.
So, who is just maybe not as easy and accessible.
Yeah, and so just want to know where you guys are going to be at.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that can be a little tricky.
Number 3, she asks you questions. So this could be when you're actually hanging out or when you're just texting her, getting to know her a little bit. If you notice that you're the one that's constantly asking questions and she's not asking you anything in return and is just talking about herself the whole time, she's either A, self-centered and full of herself and you're better off without this girl anyway, or B, she's not into you and just wants to talk about herself and this is her way to do it. So keep this in mind. Pay close attention to this when you're talking to a girl. If she's really into you, she's asking about your family, she's asking about your friends, she's asking you about your hobbies and things that you're into and what you like to do in your free time. She probably wants to get to know you, so this is a good sign. If she's asking you questions, this is good news.
I just think she was a little nosy. I'm just not there forward that much information, so it was like, why are you asking me all these questions? Why do you need to know all this? And so, but I don't know. So, but I would say that would probably be a good sign, though. It would be a good sign that if a female was kind of inquisitive about you.
Yeah.
Because if they're inquisitive about you, that means that they're checking their list, they're looking at your list, checking it twice, going to find out if you're naughty or nice.
Yeah.
So initially, they probably physically find you attractive or attractive enough, however you want to say it. But now they're going through this whole background check. It's almost like when you go to get a job and there's like, listen, I need you to fill out this paperwork and we're going to do a background check on you. Now she's just trying to figure out, do I really want to invest some time in you? And so I would say that's a good thing. I don't know. Could it be negative too?
I mean, I think there's some people that just ask too much stuff up front, just kind of pry a little bit too much. But I think that if you're having a conversation and you are talking about a topic and she just wants to know more about it and about you on the topic, I think that that's okay if she's asking questions. But if she just starts drilling you of, where you go, what you're doing, what do you do at night, and your past, and your security number. I mean, sometimes this is like, why do you want all this information?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think some women do ask you that, and this is where some guys fail at. And this is why I would say this, because I think women sometimes will ask you this, and this is where you talk yourself out of actually talking to that girl. Because women sometimes ask questions, I feel, to validate or non-validate, a concern they may have. They'll ask a couple of questions kind of to get you comfortable. Women are very good interrogators.
Yeah, or like if their friends are like, oh, you're talking to him?
Yeah.
I feel like I see him talking to all different women at the bar.
Yeah.
Then, just to prove her friend's wrong or feel like she's okay with the situation.
Yeah.
It's like, well, who do you know at the bar? Well, yeah.
Or where you go? Where have you been? Like they'll say, well, I've seen him somewhere. It's like, okay, where do you go out there? What's some of the places you'd like to go to? And then if you name some of those places it's like, oh, so you know this person, or you basically they're trying to dig into your background to find out, like,
that's not. I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, but women will do that sometimes.
I know.
They're trying to find out if you were actually
what I'm saying
a
is that doesn't necessarily mean that she likes you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she may.
That's not a good sign. Asking questions like that, I don't think that's.
I think she may like you, but she's on the fence at that point in time. It's like, do I like you or not?
But she's not asking the questions. Yeah, I don't think, because she truly wants to know about you. She wants to
know,
am I
going to look
okay?
Yeah, am I going to look bad with you?
Yeah. Am I the only one with you?
Number 4, she gives you compliments. So maybe you got a haircut and she tells you that she really likes it, or she really likes your outfit, or she comments on your Instagram photo. Girls normally only give compliments when they like someone, or they're crushing on someone, or they're into you. So take this as a good sign. Like I said, most girls don't give out compliments to just anyone. There's normally some kind of motive behind the compliment. She really likes you, and she's trying to get you to notice that she really likes you, so she's telling you that she likes your new sweater, or your new shoes, or your haircut. This is her way of telling you that she thinks you look attractive without coming out and saying you look attractive. So
I don't know about that. I don't know if I've ever really gotten compliments from females.
You get them from me.
Yeah, I get them from you. But
I really like you.
Well, I like you too. I give you compliments. But what I would say is that one of the things I have gotten before, and you probably have gotten it too, is that you'll get picked on playfully. Have you ever had a guy pick on you playfully? Or I've had women, it's like, ooh, what are you wearing today? Like, oh, somebody's got somewhere to go today, don't they? Who you trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's like stuff like that. You never got that? Mm-mm. I've gotten it. Maybe it's, okay. So throughout my years, I've talked to black women, I've talked to white women. I've gotten that from black women.
Yeah, that's probably why I've never gotten that.
Would you say that, yes, a woman can give compliments, but could they also, kind of lightly jab you too? I mean, in a playful way. I mean, kind of to break the ice, I think, I almost feel like, I really do feel like that you would get more of a playful jab versus a compliment from somebody that you're just meeting, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that you're just getting to know, especially a female, because I almost feel like a female would feel a little weird giving you a compliment, but would be more open to, like, I
don't think so.
You don't think so?
Like, I think if you were going on a date, you picked them up or something, and you looked really nice, I think that would be sweet for them to say something about the way you look.
Yeah, but what if you're in a group setting? What if you're in a setting with a group of people?
Well, I don't know that. I think a lot of people don't do what they want to do, what they normally would do when it's in a group setting.
Yeah. So I think that if you're in a group setting and you notice that the person is going out of their way to talk to you, even if it's a light jab or something like that, it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you were drinking a beer and you guys are in a group setting, it's like, oh, you like Miller Lite? Yeah. You
mean like third grade, like flirting, teasing.
But I feel like, but in college and younger women, I feel like they do that. I feel like that I've been put in situations like that.
Maybe.
It's like, so, but anyway, I think compliments and then light jabbing too. Light jokes or light jabbing. Like, if they're just like, you can tell when somebody's lightly jabbing versus somebody that's just being
like
just critical.
Tease.
Yeah, flirty tease. Versus somebody just actually just being critical, like, ooh, you stink today.
Yeah.
Like, did you take a bath? Now, that's not a light jab. That's different.
Number 5, last on my list, is she remembers things that you said. Maybe you mentioned something to her about when you were younger, something that you were really into, and then later on she finds a funny meme or a photo or something online that reminds you of her and she sends it your way. This is her way of making up an excuse to talk to you, remembering something about you. This also shows that she's listening to you because, like I said earlier, you want to get to know them. You want to know more about them. You want to know what they liked when they were younger. You want to know what they want in their future. All of these things, you just really want to get to know the person. So if she's thinking about you and sending you things that remind you of her, this is a surefire sign that she likes you. And it's her way of wanting to talk to you and finding reasons to send you a text.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important one.
Really?
Yeah, because people just want to be heard. I don't care if you're male, female. People want to be heard and want to know that you're paying attention and you're listening to them. And then if you remember what they say, yeah, I think that's real important. It really shows that somebody is into you.
But do you think that you have a possible chance of falling into the friend zone at that point in time too? Like, I almost feel like sometimes, not a lot of times, but sometimes it's that teeter-totter between I'm talking to you because I feel that you could be a guy friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Versus I'm talking to you that I'm interested in you. I would say out of these things, the 5 things, is that there would have to be multiple of them checked off. Mm-hmm. Not just one here and there. You see what I'm saying? I would think that you would have to take 2 or 3 or more to add up to like she likes me. You know what I'm saying? Versus just taking this one, like, you know, and then just riding out on this one. So I would think that you would have to have, it's not just, 5 signs, but you need at least 3 positive signs out of the 5. You may not need all 5 because everybody's a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? But I would say, you would need multiple of them to be able to say, it's like, I'm not being friend zoned. I'm not in the friend zone. I'm in the possibility of she's really actually liking me to want to date me or whatever,
Yeah.
So this lady, she seems to be kind of right on point with some stuff, and so I don't know. She seems to must be why a lot of guys listen to her. Might not just be a beauty. It's not your beauty. It's your what was that from?
I don't know.
It's not your beauty. It's your booty.
I've never heard that.
You
before.
have to.
No, I have not.
It was on a black movie, but